Hey everyone, today I'll be showing you the Pilot Capless Extra Fine Nib Made in Japan fountain pen. So this is a fountain pen that actually has a click system. So it comes in this nice box that you can open. And I got it in this icy blue color, which is one of my favorite colors. It's very immediately light to the hand. I do have smaller hands, so I wanted something a little bit lighter. And it's a little bit shorter as well, I think, than a normal fountain pen, especially since it doesn't have the cap on it. So you can click, and here's the nib. So the nib is that little point. And you click it again, and it goes back in. So this is the Decimo, which they do have the original version, which is larger, it's a bit thicker. I think it can probably fill more ink, but I wanted something lighter. So there's the Decimo, and it has this little clip here, which is nice because it's not gonna roll away. And I think it could probably help me with guiding where my writing is, since, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think some people love this clip, some don't, so we'll see how I feel about it, but I didn't think it would be a deal breaker at all. I haven't inked a fountain pen before. This is actually one of my first fountain pens. So I'm gonna open it up. Ooh, looks really nice. I'm gonna release it all the way down. And I hear it stop. So then I'm going to, let's open up my ink. And I have a little paper towel here too. So today I'm using the Shikiori ink. It's called Miruai. Oh boy, it's kind of hard to open. Okay. Ooh, so beautiful. There's a bubble. Okay. So I'm gonna dip it all the way in there. I think I have to dip it past this little hole that's in there. Okay, so you know you do it right if you have a little bit of ink on the steel part. So I'm just gonna kind of tap it. Kind of wipe away some of the ink. Ooh, that's a really nice green-black ink. All right, and I think this is a Con-40 converter. So this converter can hold 40 milliliters of ink, and that's a pretty popular converter amongst fountain pens. Let me put it back in. And it has this little ridge or upwards that you can line up. So you're making sure you're putting it in the right way. And then put the cap back on. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Make sure I recap this. And I'm going to use it on my Take-A-Note planner. So the Take-A-Note planner uses Tomoe River paper. So that's one of the favorite fountain pen papers because it doesn't seep through. Okay. I love it. I mean, this is the fineness that I've been wanting in a fountain pen. And I love how easy it is to write with. So I haven't used a fountain pen that has this kind of clicking system or capless system before, which I didn't even know they made these. But I love how thin it is and how it is smooth and immediately it writes, and I can just click it and not have to worry about losing the cap or forgetting to cap it, and then everything dries up the next day and then I'm like scratching to make sure the fountain pen works. This is the Shikiori. Miruai ink. It's a green black. So I have some ink there, but it writes pretty smoothly. There is some feedback, so if you're used to the thicker or larger nibs, you will hear some feedback, but I think it writes really smoothly and without effort. Sometimes with gel pens, you have to press down quite a bit just to get that gel moving. This is actually really smooth. Without any effort, you can just write. I'm loving it. I'm very happy with my choice of going with extra fine. Really beautiful color. It was easy for me to fill. I was really nervous about that because I haven't filled a fountain pen before. It does come with converters. It does come with cartridge. So if you haven't filled a fountain pen before, or you just want to use cartridges also come in lots of colors. I'm sure this is a standard Pilot cartridge that you can buy from them. It's a blue ink. And then once you're done with this, I think you just buy another cartridge. I guess you just put it in there, and then I think once you snap on your pen, it would punch a hole and then it would start running. So this would fit. This would be quite a bit of ink, but I wanted to use an ink that I personally chose, so that's why I decided to go with my own ink, and that was my first time inking. This is really exciting for me to get into the fountain pen world. People seem really friendly in the community and really open to suggestions. So let me know if you have a fountain pen and what you think about it. It's a whole new world, so please teach me if you have some tips and tricks about fountain pens. And you know, this is probably going to be the first of many. I'll probably get more inks and things like that. But I do have a pretty extensive gel pen / marker collection already, so I have to be careful how much I'm actually collecting. But fountain pens are one of those pens that, you know, you don't just throw out after you're done writing with a pen. Often with gel pens like this, we kind of just toss them after we're done. If we're lucky, we might find some refills, but we don't expect them to last too long. But for pens like this, you're really taking care of it. You're buying inks that you want to try, you're refilling them. So it's a little more eco-friendly in that way. It's less waste type of accumulation. And I think it's a mindful practice, because when you're writing, of course, you're going to take more time to write. It's slower than typing. You're not going to press really hard on the nib going really quick because you don't want to damage it. So it's a little bit of that type of mindful small luxuries in the everyday. So I want to thank my friend Nadia for introducing me to fountain pens. One of my friends, Christine, who's been collecting fountain pens for years, she gave me lots of good advice on how to pick a fountain pen. And this fountain pen I bought from Yoseka Stationery, who is just one of the sweetest shops I've ever bought from as a customer. I can't wait to go in person, but they sell tons of fountain pens, and they are an authorized stationery shop to sell fountain pens, and you definitely want to buy your pens from a authorized stationery shop, at least in the country that you're in, because you want to be careful of counterfeits, because these pens are a little pricey, especially for if you're spending a little bit of more money on it. You want to make sure it's authentic parts, everything's real. yeah, so I'm excited for my fountain pen journey. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all soon.